And hello, Moose family. Welcome to another edition of the FlanFan Show. I'm your host, Jason Blaze, alongside with Goofy Jr. That's right, Fallen Warrior, and the one, the only Low End Theory. How's it going, guys?
Yo. What's up, man? Why you going out on Fallen like that? 10 seconds into the show, you're already going out on Fallen. The guy's probably already trying to decipher the way you talk so he can contribute to the show, and you're already calling him Goofy Jr.
Well, you gotta call it like it is, man. You know,
call it like it is. It's not his fault. It's his relative. He didn't have any choice in the matter where the you-know-what went to you-know-what to create him.
No, that includes too much
thrust.
Here we go.
Oh, boy, he's having too much fun with the soundboard over there.
All right, guys, man, we have some serious business tonight. I believe we have some captains calling in. If not, we have the captain in here, Low End Theory. Where do you guys want to start?
Well, we could talk about how my team sweat last night, if you'd like.
By all means.
All right, well, first of all, I didn't play, so that probably had a lot to do with the fact of us sweeping. I got Flyers-Penguins tickets late. So Sniper took over the captaincy duties for Walk of Shame, and they swept King of the 4-1-12 Devil's Rejects last night in convincing fashion. Big shout-out to Just Too Quick, my latest waiver pickup, jumping in net for the first two games, and then Crazy Yeti Killer jumping in goal for the third game. I believe Philly's Pride had a big night. I think he had some 6 or 7 goals, 3 assists. Sniper was dishing. RB Paper Walls had about 30,000 assists, and I heard that T. Diddy on defense shut it down. So, shout out to my boys on Walk of Shame for the series win.
Now, Fallen, I heard you have a little insight about King of the 412's team. This could have impacted the series, sir. Go ahead.
It could have. This is from one of my sources that I'm hearing that one of his players, I'm not going to mention what position because they'll just give it away, but I'm hearing from sources that he has a broken Xbox and it's broken NHL 12, so that could put him out for the rest of the season.
Oh, wow! You got to watch out for those broken Xboxes. You got to come back from that injury very gently, as we saw with Sidney Crosby, that a broken Xbox can lead to a concussion. From throwing it across the room and bouncing off the wall and catching it in your noggin. You got to be real careful with those injuries. I'm also hearing about some discontent on the Devil's Rejects, actually. I spoke to a few people last night after the series in G-Chat, and apparently they were definitely becoming frustrated, and there was some discontent last night. I thought that they would give us a better series with their most recent pickup, Rocco 33. But apparently King's still trying to put the pieces together, get some chemistry going. Blaze, what are you hearing on that, buddy?
Yeah, he drafted a relatively unknown team. His first pick was Sweat the Technique. With new guys in the league, and time again, I've been hearing this behind the scenes. A lot of these new guys, mainly the goaltenders there, they've been rage quitting. They've been, just cocky as ever and not supporting it. And, I know there's a lot of emo-ness going on in the air with the new guys, but if you can't handle it here, then why do you even want to play here?
Yeah, big time fail with the rookie goalies this year. I seen the captain's thread that we got guys all over the place rage quitting, talking down to their team about how they don't want to screw up their stats. And, Christ, my goalie, who I drafted the second-round pick, has yet to play a game. And I can't even get a message from him telling me whether he's going to show up or not. This guy is hanging over the edge of a Rule 1. And, if he listens to the show, good, because apparently he doesn't read my Xbox messages. But Noob 3030, you're about to get Rule 1s, bitch. Get online, give me a message.
You don't want people to comment on a certain subject, and you just want to come out and make a statement.
You know what? Taped Ocho is just as annoying as real-life Ocho. I just want that out there. I can speak from experience. I met the guy, the first time I met that guy was Sunday, and he didn't say hello, nice to meet you. He made a crack about something, breaking my balls, and I don't even know the dude. So I definitely prefer live Ocho over taped Ocho, but they're both annoying. But, yeah, big fail with new goalies this year, man. Big fail.
Totally.
when you come to the Moose, I don't know if these guys expect to put shutouts up or if they're going to have an all-star D in front of them or what. I don't understand where all the emo's coming from because I know they're getting lit up in OTP games. So I don't understand what they expected when they came to the Moose. But I will say that we don't friggin' need you. There's plenty more where you came from. So if you're going to be emoing out, just go play somewhere else, man. We don't need the headache.
Yeah, and you speak about the rookie goaltending. That brings me to the next point, as there has been one rookie goaltender that we all know has been supporting his team, and they believe he's the rookie goaltender of the year, and that is from Funbags' team.
Lambda. You're gonna give a big shout out here to Thug TC, and let me tell you, this guy was in every scouting game. He was in every thread before the draft. He made sure that he was seen, and all the captains knew his attitude going in. And you want to talk about the epitome of a team guy? I'm not surprised to see him doing well at Funbags, and I'm actually pissed off that I didn't draft him because he's been there and he's anchored Funbags' team, and they're off to a really hot start. And he's been nothing but, from what Funbags has told me, he's been nothing but just amazing, just standing on his head for those guys.
This was his attitude coming into the season, so this is a message to all the new goalies and people thinking about coming. But now I got my name out there, man. I started chirping. I started doing scouting. I started talking to anybody that's anybody in this league, man.
All right, you know what, Blaze, is it not bad enough that you have control of the switchboard that you have to play your own fucking sound clips? Really? Are you that vain? Like, I'm so glad I'm here to put a stop to this shit, because, listen, why don't you just say it live? And say, well, do it live. I don't understand why you got to play a clip yourself. Folks, don't take pointers from Blaze on how to get noticed in this league. Go talk to Thug TC. He'll tell you how to do it, and I'll end my statement with this. That Thug is a fucking gamer, boy.
Yo, did I hear somebody yelling in the background there, Fallen? What was that about?
Yeah, sorry, that was just some background noise.
That's not a sibling, possibly.
Anyways,
could that possibly be a disgruntled former Moose employee in the background? The sound of silence. Go ahead, Blaze.
Just a reminder, the call-in number is 646-381-4907. That's the number to call. Or if you want to be brought in via Skype, just simply add Justice Cooperthwaite. I don't know if you can spell that, but...
Wow, you're asking a lot.
Just call in. Simple as that. Now,
do the 646 thing. Hey, real quick, too, while I'm on it, don't forget, guys, when you go to the main page, MooseOnIce.com, you're going to see an ad on the right-hand side. Please click that ad and let that load up. If you do that for us, that helps us pay for the site. That helps us keep the Moose on Ice website as new and as fresh as Koozie can possibly keep it. Guys, we need you to click on that ad so we can keep the Moose the best hockey league there is. All right, Giant, I covered it.
Who'd you call me?
No, I was putting a shout-out to Giant because that's usually Giant's line, so I'm just covering the clicking of the ad on the website. All right. Shout-out to Giant, yo.
Let's go to the series there that we referred to the one series there. We referred to the goalie in the other series. Let's go to the Lambda versus Damage Incorporated.
Unbagged.
Lambda won the first game 5-1, dominating. Second game, they lost it 4-2, and then the third game they came back and won it 7-5. Now, Fallen, you were in this series there. Is there any insight as to what's going on Damage Incorporated or what happened in these games?
Oh, man, we just fell apart during the third and first game even. All I can say is that something's going to happen. Colin Elliott's going to have to shake the team up in the locker room somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know what you think, Blaze. But
well, are you guys, communicating? I mean, can you pinpoint it, Fallen, at all as far as what the problems might be? I mean, was Funbag's team that much more superior, or would you guys say you just couldn't come together as a team?
What it is you need practice, and honestly, Colin Elliott's team, we don't have that much practice. as a team together. So if you don't practice, you're not going to put up goals and you're not going to be able to play good hockey. So that's why Funbags' team just came out on top and won two out of the one.
Well, you guys did take game 2. What would you say went right for you in game 2?
All the bounces just went our way that game. We finally just stuck it up together, and then we put out the one win, and then we came out in game 3, and everything just fell apart after the third goal.
Wow. Well, Colinelli, listen up, buddy. Actually, he's supposed to be calling in, so maybe he can shed some light on that.
Yeah, I also have a little insight there. We didn't really play as a team like Fallen said there, but, we also fell apart after the first 3 goals. Like, we were in it for the first couple of periods, and then we just fell apart there. Our minds weren't in the game, and, obviously I was emo during the series because I was the guy that got lit up. I'm not going to say it's their fault or my fault there, but it was definitely a communication lacking in between both the defenseman and myself, the goalie. Not to mention...
Can you mention who the defensemen were? I mean, let's put it out there.
It was Colinelli himself, the second and third game. He played right wing the first game. And then it was Joe Vainharvest, and, they didn't do too much either. I think Captain Funbags is on. I'm not sure if he wants to listen, but I heard he might actually call in. So let me see if he wants to chime in here. Hey, Funbags, you're on the air. I'm not sure if you want to listen, but...
Nah, dude, it's all good. What's going on, guys? Lowen, Fallen, Chester Colley.
Captain of the Tri-Lambs, Lamar himself joining us on the program.
I told you I'd call in today.
Well, so how do you explain your run of success here? We obviously shouted out to your goalie, Rookie Thug. What else is going right for you guys so far?
No, I don't know, man. Everybody knows what they got to do, man. That's pretty much it.
So it's not coaching?
It could be coaching. I don't know. You would have to talk to the guys on that because I tried my best, dude, and everybody listens. It's not, you can't talk to people 100 times. You should tell them once, and that's it.
Yeah, so Thug's been the standout for you guys. I mean, is he just kind of surprising you with his play, or is this what you expected when you drafted him so early?
No, every game he's getting better and better. So you can call him Booger from now on. That's his new name. Every game he plays, bro, he's getting better and better. So
now I also see that Bikemba's on a friggin' run. Is he still upset at his draft position and trying to prove everybody wrong where he went?
No, he just wants to come out and dominate, bro. That's it, and that's what I like.
Who else do you think is standing out for you this year so far?
Lamar, of course.
The glue. I know you're the glue.
No, Fanny Pack's surprising me. I didn't even play Upshaw yet. He's on vacation. He's sipping margaritas in Mexico while we're sitting here playing hockey. But when he comes back, dude, we should have a powerful line there.
All right. Well, then let me ask you this. I know you've only seen a few teams so far, but is there anybody that you're keeping your eye on in the rest of the AHL?
Well, just a couple. Older, like Joe Stowe, Lowen, Cloudy. I played Cloudy on Sunday. I'll see how that works out, and just take it, one game at a time. So.
I got you there. Guys, you got any questions for Captain Funbags?
Yeah, I heard rumors that there's a backhand going on there. Is there any players on the list that you want backhand?
No, there's no players on the list. Just Lamar's slap happy.
Oh, man.
So whoever needs a slap, just tell Lamar and he's ready.
I actually heard a rumor that if the Tri-Lambs win the Antler Cup, that they're going to ask it to be changed from a cup into a javelin. Is there any truth to this rumor?
No, just Ogre gets to carry the cup around the whole season.
Okay, so no hourly dynamic javelins to replace the trophy.
No, definitely not.
Okay, and then is there also true to the rumor that if the Lambs win, that they're going to put a talent show on?
the talent show. Yeah, that's true. The talent show will happen. Oh, good.
That's
all
almost
right, guys.
This thrust.
See, scumbag, this is what happens when you put buttons in front of Blaze. He can't help but touch them.
Yeah, what's his name? Chester Copperpot?
Yeah.
What is
You know what? You were horrible in that Batman movie. Horrible.
Jason Blaze. I'm on the FlanFan show. You better listen to me. You know why? Because I want to rant. Because everybody knows me.
At least we know he's easily amused.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
The problem is that people might actually be listening, so you amusing yourself is not helping.
Who was that?
Wow. That was Blaze is in charge of the switchboard, so he's got all the clips in front of him. He can play them whenever he wants.
I know. I think I made that one.
That was you, by the way, imitating Blaze and doing a hell of a job.
While you're here, we also have another caller there, so let me bring this other guy in here.
All right, go for it, guys.
Hello,
Thanks,
caller.
Bags. Appreciate it. Caller, are you there?
Oh, my God. Jason Blaze is running the show. What the hell's wrong with this situation here?
Oh, no.
I stepped away from the Moose for a while due to my stupidity, and we got Jason Blaze doing radio shows now? What the hell's going on?
Well, look what you walked into. And why couldn't you just pick up your brother's mic?
I don't know. I just got home from the airport. I went out with D-Mart. He had a layover here in Toronto, so me and D-Mart went to catch some lunch there. But I don't like going in my brother's room. Oh yeah, I gave him some pointers on how to be a superstar like me.
He's just retarded, in my opinion.
So can you confirm or deny the rumors that you may be returning next season?
I am not. My agent told me not to speak about it yet. I am getting other offers from other leagues here, so I'm going to have to look at my options, and I'll make a decision around after Christmas.
Well, let's cut to the chase here now. What's the big factor here in signing? Is it being closer to home? Is it the signing bonus? Is it the hookers that the other leagues may offer? I mean, what's really going to get you back to the Moose here? What's got to be in the contract?
I got to get more money in the radio shows. I don't get enough money doing this shit, and I don't know. I'm going to have to ask for some more hookers on my contract.
Well, and then of course, would you be able to accept the number 2 role behind Blaze on the radio show? Is that a deal breaker for you?
Hell no. I got to be number 1, or I ain't coming back.
All right. Now, the other question I would have is, if you do end up coming back to the Moose, obviously hypothetical because your agent's still working out the details, are you set on your position for next year? The rumor being that it might be goalie.
That I will confirm. I am coming back as a goalie if I do come back.
He's just retarded.
I've been playing. Yeah, Blaze in net is retarded and hosting the radio show. I know. Don't worry. But I'll let you guys go. I'll let you guys get back to your show. Great job for you and Fallen stepping up. Blaze, retard in my opinion. So you guys continue. You guys are doing a good job.
Well, thanks for the call, buddy. Hopefully we'll get all the stuff worked out. Bygones be bygones, and you can come back and play with us next year. All right, folks, that is the most famous G in Moose history. We won't even say his name. We'll just say that, and everybody knows who it was. Fallen, I don't know how you do it, brother. I really don't, but God bless you that you still have your wits about you, having to live with them. But anyway, on to other Blaze. We got some more scores there, buddy, so you can stop playing the stupid clips.
Yeah, We Killed Kenny, which is B.D. Smith's team, facing Lil Spoiler's team here, Sesame Street Nightmare. We Killed Kenny.
Can I talk real quick about Spoiler's name? He was given the suggestion on the thread that he should call it Nightmare on Sesame Street, and he refused to do it, and I'm still upset about that. So, okay.
Anyways, We Killed Kenny destroys them in the first game, 5-1. But then Sesame Street comes back and wins it 6-3 in the second game. But then We Killed Kenny again just destroys them again 8-5.
Wow.
Yeah, the scores weren't even close. It went either way, but not even close for the winning team here. The Spoilers got to do something with this team. He's just not putting up the numbers he should be.
Well, I can tell you from some inside sources that Spoiler is in the process of trying to shake up the team. He's talking to a lot of other captains about some trades. I know that he might be having some problems with his rookie goaltender. Wow, shocker. Confirming that backhand rumor that you had asked Funbags about earlier. I believe that was intended for Spoiler's goalie, and he was requesting that another captain backhand his goalie for him. Don't ask me why he couldn't do it himself, but, this is what my sources are telling me. So Spoiler's looking to make a big move, try to shake up his club. Obviously, they do take the one game, but... maybe B.D. Smith and maybe Kenny died game 2 and then was resurrected game 3. I don't know. But total domination here by B.D. Smith. And, not a bad netminder in his own right. But it looks like he put together a pretty good squad if they're putting goals up like that. What do you think?
Yeah, Fallen?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not surprised that B.D. Smith's team won the series. But with Spoiler, he doesn't have the greatest team, but he did manage to get the one win, it will help him in the standings. I think he's in our division, Connolly's division, so they're tied with points now for second. But the main reason I say that B.D. Smith's team won here was because of great goaltending by B.D. Smith himself. All 3 games they played Boston 9-9-9 and Killer Cookie on defense, and then they had McKay and 2 other guys on forward. I think B.D. Smith has a great team. He's going to do good in the season. As for Little Spoiler, he's got to do something to shake up the locker room. He's got to make a trade.
Yeah, I know that he's trying. I'm not sure who is on the block. I will try to confirm that. But yeah, it looks like he definitely's got to make a move. It's just not coming together for him. And I've heard good things about Boston making the move to defense. He's been a forward for a few seasons now, moving back there and just being dead solid for BD. And obviously the results show that. So look out for We Killed Kenny.
All right, guys, last series of the night. The Raging Fornicators ended up sweeping the Two-Line Tweakers, winning the first game 5-2. Winning the second game also 5-2, and then a much closer game, winning the third one 4-3. Cloudy's team again is dominating, and D-Mitch, their team's just not putting up the numbers. They got Chaos Samurai. He should at least be getting at least 3 goals a game. That's how he usually is, and their defense isn't doing that great either with Corpsicle, and they must have Holy Diver in that there or Brent. It's just not going to be an easy fix for D. Mitch's team, and he's got to do something. Maybe him and Spoiler can go and talk to one another.
Yeah, Mitch he drafted out of the 3rd position, so you would expect a little more production out of his picks. That kind of shocks me because I remember during the draft that I thought D. Mitch had a decent draft. I kind of liked the team that he had put together, at least on paper. So to see them have such a tough time of it is actually kind of a shock. Now, Cloudy, no surprise. This guy scouted his ass off. He knew all the new guys. He picked up a bunch of waivers in the first week of the season, so I guess he mixed and matched and found the combination that worked. But he's got a lot of talent on that squad, and like I said, he knows the players. He did a lot of scouting, so obviously it's paying off for him all the time that he had put in. Fawn, what do you think?
Again, no surprise that Cloudy won the series. I like him in his 11-man roster.
12.
Nah, he got
no, it's 11 now.
We'll get.
Oh, that's right. He made the trade.
But no surprise there. I think Cloudy's going to have a good series or a good season with this team. Not many of them have MHL rates since they're all newly players who just signed up for the league. So that was a smart draft by him. D. Mitch, same as Little Spoiler, needs to do something. He needs to make a shipment out to another team and get the locker room awake and hopefully he can turn his season around.
Yeah, Cloudy definitely. Speaking of, Cloudy made a trade with, I think it was Collinelli, actually, guys.
Yes, it was.
Where Collinelli had basically a douche move noob that needed to go, and Cloudy was nice enough to trade him Zebra Tango, I believe.
Yep.
And then Collinelli sending Cloudy highlight reel, who was promptly rule one the minute that he got to the other team for general douchebaggery and just running his mouth to his own team and talking shit. So that was a nice move by Cloudy, making that deal to help out another captain, and I just wanted to make sure we pointed that out.
Yeah, there was also another trade that I don't think was ever posted. It was Dr. 1620 getting traded from Spoiler's team to Tony Soprano's team for Tudor 10. What do you guys think about that?
Not real familiar with Dr. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, whatever his gamer tag is, no offense, but I do know that Tudor's pretty solid. I saw him in some scouting games, and I remember him being a pretty solid player. So I think that'll help solidify where he's going and maybe bring a little balance, and hopefully, it'll work out for both teams. I mean, who knows, though? This doctor could go and score like 30 goals. I'm not trying to break his balls. I just don't know him.
Yeah. Fallen?
I think it's a pretty decent trade. It went to both sides. Tudor went to Little Spoiler, so he's a pretty good goalie. I played with him in a couple scouting games before the season. Dr. 1620 is actually one of my buddies. He's a decent defenseman. He's not bad. He knows how to stop the puck from he knows how to stop the cross creases. His mind's really defensive. So that's a good pickup by Tony Soprano, I believe.
We'll have to see how that one plays out.
All right, guys. We're going to have a little brief break here in between segments here. We're going to switch over to the MHL when we get back. Don't forget to stay tuned. And, don't forget to call in. All right, we'll be right back, boys. All right, Moose family, we're back. Still alongside myself is Low Anthony and Phone Warrior. You guys still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
I had to, man. Every time I hear that song, I just want to go into a Ric Flair promo. So bad. To be the man, you gotta beat the man. And you haven't ridden Space Mountain, baby. Woo!
We should actually have that as a sound clip.
Oh, man. Just best guy in the business for promos. For us wrestling fans when it was good.
It's still good. It's still good. But anyways, back to business here. We had a few series last night for the MHL. I believe there was one reschedule with the Smoking That Herb Hay. It's Herb Hay. It's pronounced Herb Hay.
Herb Hay.
Most people pronounce it Herb. And relax and take notes. I don't know what happened here because it was a reschedule. Was there emo-ness involved? Was there, just simple, no one can be there? I don't know. Maybe Fallen knows a little bit more about this series.
I'll tell you the truth, I don't know that much. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not. I didn't really get into that series a lot.
I do know that there was some emo from the players, but I didn't hear the actual reasoning why it got rescheduled. But I know that some of the players for both squads were not happy that it was rescheduled.
Yeah, I asked you, Fallen, because it's M. Fair's team, and you were supposed to be a call-up last night, but it was rescheduled. That's why I asked.
He didn't really tell me why. He just said it was rescheduled, and I'm like, all right. So I went to go play all 3 games with Collinelli.
Yep. What good did that do, anyways? Just kidding.
Oh, well, the goaltending didn't help.
Low blow.
You got to stop pucks before you score them.
Anyways, there was a 2-game series, or no, 3-game series. It mixed up on League Daddy here.
Yeah, we got to talk about Legion.
Oh, you want to talk about Legion?
That was the big upset last night. Legion recently making a trade okay, trading sacred silence, okay, and everybody said he got traded, and everybody said he got ripped off, and then he comes out, first series after the big trade, and he takes the series from the previously undefeated Bills and shuts everybody up. So Legion making a lot of moves, but hey, maybe it paid off. Maybe he finally got the team chemistry he was looking for, and bang, here they go, and they beat the undefeated Bills team.
Yeah, that's an upset in their own right. Everybody thought this team was going to be garbage. You know, even Jim Flanagan and Fallen Warrior thought they were going to be garbage. I heard even Giant think that. But, you know, I've always went with Legion here, and he proved me right, and he proved all you suckers wrong. You know, Legion, that's probably what he's saying right now. He made the best trade for his team, and everybody's like, what? That's retarded, in my opinion, as Ocho would say. And and look at this. He won the series against Beauty in the Bill.
Yeah, it takes it. And you know, nobody can question his moves right now because they're paying off. So, you know, before you go, you know, bitching down Legion, you know, y'all need to just shut up, because he pulled it off. And he'd probably say it better than I just did, but whatever. You know, they take a big series here. They could be on the road to recovery, and it could be a factor now.
Yeah, and the big highlight point of that series, that trade was he wanted to get a solid goaltender, and that's exactly what he did. And that's probably the reason why they won this series here. They had tackle dummy in that, and as always, he's been solid for this team.
Yeah, I mean, you got to, like I said, you got to give Legion a little bit of credit. Obviously, he saw something that we didn't. Making that move, starting from the back out, getting the goalie situation solidified so he can get out of net. Yeah, he gets rid of a top forward in Sacred, but, you know, if he's got the pieces, sometimes you don't need that one star. You just need guys who all play the same system, because, you know, a star can get shut down. We saw it last year time and time again, because the team that won, Disney on Ice, played as a team, and the teams that had one guy, you know, teams are able to shut down the one superstar a lot easier than they are when they got a whole team passing the puck. You can't just focus on one spot. And so that's what wins in the league, is teams that play a team game, move the puck around. You got one guy skating down the ice doing 17 different dangles and deeks, he can be shut down.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to agree, but in the meantime, we actually got a caller here, so let me bring him on here. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Who is this, caller?
Hey, man. This is Shadow Demon.
Oh, God.
Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah, I was hearing about the Legion thing, and yeah, that was like a really tough series we had. The funniest part was we didn't have a tackle dummy for the first game. They didn't have their regular goalie either. So it was a little bit fun on each side. Second game was like a lot more harder for us, or easier. I don't know how.
Well, they kind of contradict each other. Shadow, it was either easier or it was harder. Which one you want to go with?
Yeah. The first game was a lot harder. Well,
okay.
The first game was a lot harder than the second and third game, but it was still hell of a good games.
Who ended up playing net that first game? Was it Legion?
No, Legion didn't play. I think I forgot who we picked up. I think it was Jason we picked up.
What?
Blaze?
I didn't play that.
I thought it was. I don't know.
If it was Blaze, I feel sorry for you guys.
I didn't play that.
If Blaze had been called up, we would have never heard the end of it. The whole AHL portion of the show would have been about how he played in the MHL last night. So I don't think it was Blaze.
I don't know.
I believe he did play a couple of games in the MHL, didn't he?
I don't know if it was the last one, but I thought he played.
You're thinking about 2 series ago there.
Oh.
This series there, tackle dummy was there, and Legion was in the series there. So.
Tackle was in the first game?
I thought tackle played all 3.
Oh, if he did. He did.
Someone's
good,
been doing too much partying.
So someone get this kid a pill, man, because he doesn't even know when he's played and who he's played with.
Hey, man, he got knocked around last night. He just said it was a tough series. He's probably all bruised. He might have a concussion. He's trying to remember, man.
like my buddy from King of 412's team, which I'm glad I'm not on that team. I'm so glad Legion pulled me up from there. Oh God.
Well, what? Well, all right, hold on now. Now, Grant, I know we're in the MHL portion of the show, but what now? Can you give us some insight on why you feel that way, Shadow Demon?
Well, like I said, I still talk to people from King of 412's team. It's just chaotic down there. Like one of the players that busted his Xbox is a good friend of mine. What I don't do is I don't play club with my MHL players. I keep that separate. He prayed in some of them, and then some stupid stuff happened, and there was a little bit of rage between them after the club, all that club stuff. And I'm like,
so did King have a problem with you guys playing on another club, or am I misunderstanding?
Oh no, they're all on the same club. Like we have a club, and they're on it.
I see.
And I think that's where some of the rage came between them.
Wow. Well, wow. Like I said, I know that my team swept King last night. They beat him. I wasn't there, so I don't have a real kind of insight.
By the way, that was good. I'm glad you did that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I got some reports from the guys on my squad, and nobody said it was a pushover by any stretch. But I don't have any insight to how they played, or I have heard whispers that there is some disorganization with his squad. But yeah, it's kind of surprising to hear, that you have such strong opinions so early on in the season. That's why I was curious, maybe why you felt that way.
Like my buddies came into my party saying I'm going to quit the NHL. And I'm like, whoa, give it a little bit of time. You don't have to quit right away. Bitch.
Yeah, that kind of, when I hear that kind of talk, here's why I get upset. Because it's only one season. And if you truly love the Moose, then you hang in there and you put your head down and you play it out, and you're going to play for somebody else next year. But if you make a huge deal about it and emo out and quit, you can't come back next season and play for somebody else because there's no room in the league for guys who can't hang in with a captain. Granted, it might not be the best situation, but you got to hang in there because you don't know how it's going to affect your draft status for the next season. So I can't stress enough the guys who are having a rough go of it right now. Just hang in there. You can request a trade, but we try not to push that because that's tough on the captains. If you can, just hang in there, and I promise you, things will get better. But don't emo out because you can't come back.
Yeah, true.
So tell your buddy just to hang in there. Well, apparently his Xbox busted, so I guess you can't do anything. But
yeah, emo-ness in this league is totally...
It's just retarded, in my opinion.
Totally.
There's no reason for it. I understand having a bad game or getting blown out, but listen, I finally get called up to the MHL last year with a bunch of good guys, and we didn't win. It wasn't any one guy. There wasn't any one thing that prevented us from winning. We just couldn't come together as a team. So, but you hang in there. You have to, And I saw it last year. I love to tell you, this guy sucked or that guy sucked, but it was everybody. Everybody had bad games, and there comes a time when you could have the greatest players in the league, but maybe they just can't play together. It has happened.
I heard from this Bottrell guy, and, I heard some of these messages. I heard, for instance, a captain, King of the 412, literally told this guy he was so much garbage he should never play in the AHL again and that he'll never be traded. Now, is that something that needs to be looked at here, or?
Wow, is that confirmed, Blaze? You heard that yourself?
That's apparently one of the messages that he has pictures of.
Oh man, if that's
we were
the
playing
case,
club, he was telling me how he was getting those messages. I was like, that doesn't sound like something King would do.
Yeah, that doesn't. And this is why I don't want to go too far with it, not hearing it myself. Because listen, let's face it, guys have a way of twisting certain things, and I'm not saying that Bottrell's lying, but I don't know him either. And if King said that, and this is a big if, okay, that's definitely something that somebody should look into, because as captains, we have to set that example. If we're having a bad year, we can't take it out on our players. We got to find a way to make it better. And wow, if there's emos from captains, that's horrible, man. That's garbage. I don't know. What do you think, Blaze?
I just can't see King doing that, but until I literally read these right in front of me, these messages, I'm only going to tell you what I've been told, but I cannot confirm or deny any of this. I'm going to try to get a hold of King a little bit later on today, see what happened there, because usually players do like to twist the truth in their favor, and obviously so do captains. It's a he said, she said kind of thing, and unless there's definitive proof, and I'm going to ask for it from this guy, if he eventually gets back on Xbox from that broken Xbox there, then I'll definitely see if he can submit towards the MEC and see what they think.
Yeah, Shadow, I thought I heard you trying to chime in there. Was there something you wanted to add, pal?
I forgot what I wanted to say, but it's all right.
I definitely think you took a puck to the head last night, my friend.
Now I got injured in the third game, I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
I definitely think you should get checked out.
Do you remember any of the series from last night, or is it all from the series before?
I remember last night that we won 2 out of 3 games. I know we lost the first game. I know okay. I did pretty good. I got some good points in the games. I was happy.
Well, wow. Well, I'll tell you what, Shadow, why don't you call your local hospital, have them come get you there, just get a quick check out, and I'm telling you now, if they put the white jacket on you, it's for your own safety. No need to get aggravated or punch out some guys in white coat.
Could be missing a player.
Well, they might let you out. It's only a 48-hour hold for a psychiatric evaluation. It's not a big Well, we do appreciate you joining the show, and good luck the rest of the way, pal.
All right, man. You guys too.
All right. Shadow Demon 67 joining us there. Wow. Kind of blowing it open there, Blaze. King of the 412. Although now that I think about it, Blaze, you can't be commenting on Captain Emo, considering what happened with you last year when you went and played in another league game, as I recall.
I was still in contact, and Fallen can prove thus far. It was another guy that wanted to follow other league rules. That's really what screwed up. I was still in contact. I was still getting messages, still responding, and it was just a matter of fact that I wasn't in the same party. That's the only issue that happened.
Well, the only thing I'll say is that I can confirm that I have seen you jump in a party and go emo. That's all I'm going to say. I was there. But that was last year. You've had a season to kind of calm down, get your medications right with your doctor, and you seem much more chill this year. So I don't want to hang on the past too much. But, wow, if this is true, and if King of the 412 said this stuff to a player, that's unacceptable. That's just, that you can't do that. You got to set the example. We can't give these guys any reason to want to leave the league or throw their Xbox across the room or
can't be bringing your own team down.
Yeah, I don't get it. And I'm with you, Blaze. I'm not sure it sounds like the King that I know. So I'm real curious to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, for sure. King, if you're listening, please call in and answer our questions. We really want to hear from you. Anyways, let's get back.
Let's move on.
Pardon me?
Yeah, let's move on.
All right, man. We have the Serious Cats taking on Le Tabernac. Serious Cats winning the first game 4-1, and then Serious Cats losing the second game in overtime, 4-3, and then Serious Cats wins the third game, 3-2. These were pretty close games. Serious Cats won the series there. They chalked up the points they needed, and they want to move on.
Well, yeah, it sounds like it was a highly contested series. Second game OT, that's tough losing in overtime. It's never fun, especially when, you've been playing since 10-15. But do you have any stats on that series, Blaze, or just the scores?
I can look at the stats here, but it looks like a really good goaltending battle from what I'm looking at. Tired tons of clay. He's looking remarkable as always. Looks like Sobi IR Fears played, and a bit shaky in the first game. And obviously with NJ Ski on his team, they did manage to get 2 points, but they didn't really play up to where they should be, and they lost the series because of it.
Wow, how about Tired Tons of Clay? Starts his runoff last year in the AHL, has a great season, jumping up to the MHL this year. I believe he's an MHL rookie this year, and just putting up consistent stats like he did last year. Wow, he had such a good year in the AHL last year. In fact, I believe that Buddy, the eventual Mike Tyson's Tattoo Antler Cup champs, made the trade for him, and he led him to the Cup, if I remember correctly. Am I right on that one?
I believe so. Whoa. All right, we already got a League Daddy fail, apparently. Apparently, Sylvia Pierce let in 3 goals on 9 shots and also had only 3 saves. So 3 shots disappeared like freaking Houdini.
Wow. Well, okay. I guess we're counting ghost shots now. Who the hell knows? But wow, that doesn't sound good. I mean, 9 shots in a game. First of all, tough to win a game only taking 9 shots, yet they get it done. Fallen, you of all people understand with your brother, who's the king of having the most shots in the league every year, how important it is to get as many shots on that as possible. But wow, 9 shots, you put 3 in and win the game. What do you think, Fallen? That sounds crazy.
It's really not that hard to get shots on that. Even if you just go cross the blue line a little bit, just like shoot the puck on net, hope for a rebound or something, that counts as a shot, I believe. So 9 shots, I don't know. I think it's just good defense played here. But which game was this? There was 9 shots. Was this game 1 or 2?
Game 3.
Game 3?
Game 3. Okay. At that point, it was still up for grabs.
Yeah, and it looks like the Cats didn't really get a lot of shots, but they did some good shots because also Game 2, Sobey only faced 10 shots and let 3 goals in.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I guess the defense was doing its job, but if your goalie's not stopping the puck, I mean, it gets discouraging. As a defenseman, there's nothing more frustrating than locking guys down and bad goals getting scored after you've played, a strong period or two, and then bang, here comes a shot from, the goal line or a bad angle or a wrap, and bang, it goes in. It makes you want to throw the controller. It's brutal. But it sounds like the defense did their job there, so I'm not sure if Sobey had a tough game or if it was just a good shot. I mean, that's the one thing that League Daddy can't tell us. Do you see like a time on attack in there, or is that a fail too, Blade?
It looks like there's a whole bunch of fails. I'm going to go towards the second game here. It's the most even game here. Apparently, the Cats had the most time on attack, but they didn't get a lot of shots. It looks like they cycled a lot, and that's probably what won it for them. It looks like they had 6 minutes into overtime there, so both these numbers are going to be a little higher than usual. But, with 6-13 time on attack with only, 9 shots in a game, that just, speaks tremendous details on how well you set up in the other zone and how well you look for the good shot and not just a weak one like a certain Jack Bauer does in NHL.
Well, you know what else it could have been? It could have been good defense in that they kept the other team to the outside, and while giving up the time of attack number, maybe they just played so good in the middle that they prevented them from getting good shots and just allowed them to have possession. We don't really know.
Yeah. What can I say? It is what it is. It looks like there's actually a big trade that just happened here.
Oh.
Yeah, it just happened. Let me try to load up the page here. Hi, my name is Ed, and Drift King trade here. Hi, my name is Ed receives Viva and T. Diddy's rights, and Drift King in turn gets Luca and Corpsicle's rights.
Oh, man, that affects me. I got T. Diddy. I hope he doesn't plan on calling him up.
Wait, are we talking about Celso Luca?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's going to Drift King's team, right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, Drift's trying to put his old team back together there.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
He's going to be missing the one and only Jay Zamorsky, though, but if he's trying to bring back the Disney on Ice, he's going to have a tremendous team, and I think he'll end up facing Jay Zamorsky in finals if he's able to do that.
Well, you can't blame Drift for trying to put back together what already worked. I mean, obviously they can't get Jaworski back, but wow.
No, he's just making smart trades.
Yeah, so Ed gets a solid D. T. Diddy can give you it on both ends. He's a great two-way guy. He can put some goals in, too. So I guess Ed felt like he needed an upgrade on the blue line there. But he is giving up Luka, who is just, Luka's diesel. He's been for many years in the MHL. He's got a few McNasties to his credit. So I don't know how that trade's going to work out. I think Drift got the better of that trade just looking at it on paper.
Yeah, I asked Drift King to call in because he's the one that advised me about the trade. Whatever he decides to do or not, let's hope he calls in, maybe give us his side of the story there. If not, we can try to get him in Monday's show. But thanks for calling, or not calling, but listening to the show. So the fact that we're talking about the MHL, which is where it's at, Moose Hockey League here, and letting us know about this. If you want the number, it's 646-381-4907. Don't forget that. We're gonna have a really good time. We have the best media in the online hockey business. It doesn't come close to this. What do you guys think about this?
Well, actually, now that you bring that up, that reminds me we should bring up that our very own Jim Flanagan has been hosting waiver games. So for the guys that didn't get a chance to get drafted or came in a little late, pretty much every night of the week somebody's been hosting waiver games. So that gives you a chance to get in some games and be seen by some people and possibly get picked up for this year. So guys who aren't on teams, don't think that you don't have a shot to get picked up this year. I myself as a captain am always looking just in case. Availabilities change over the course of a season. So don't think like you can't get picked up, because you can. So make sure you get in those waiver games and get seen. And thanks to Jimmy Flanagan for putting that together and hosting them.
Those waiver games are the best things you can do, because I myself, when I first joined the Moose, I started off I joined late, so I was in the waivers, and actually halfway through the season I got picked up. So all those guys who didn't get drafted, keep your heads up high and just look out for the captains who need players.
Yeah, and no fat kids, we're not talking about waivers. We're talking about waiver games here. Waivers with a B, you morons. I just always wanted to say that word because Giant makes it awesome. But anyways, it's the best system we got here. I don't think there's been a sim loss because of all these waivers. And in order to keep these guys around, they get to showcase their talent every night. And, they're going to get noticed. Look at Kale. Look at Tired Tons of Clay. These guys were waivers. Look at them now. One's an MHL goalie that's doing really well. And now Kale, look at him. He's a captain. It just goes to show how far you can go if you're really dedicated to it.
Yeah, so make sure you get seen in those games, guys. It's actually more important than you could realize. We are watching. All
right, man. We have one more series to go through, and then I guess we could wrap it up. We got the Gratuitous Amounts of Energy versus Team Hi, My Name is Ed. They don't even have a name.
One.
And it looks like Ed's team got swept.
Oh, wow.
Amounts of Energy won the first game in overtime, 3-2, and then they won the second game 5-4, and then the third game 3-2. All games were within one. Ed got the closest in the first game in overtime, but still no cigar. They only got 1 point out of a possible 6.
Wow. Well, that might explain the trade then, huh? Ed making a move to get the D line backed up. wow, I mean.
Before you call that phone, we actually got caller. Let's bring him in. Hello, caller. Who is this caller?
Hi, I'd like to order large cheese pizza, some breadsticks.
What's wrong with you? This ain't a pizzeria. It's a
man, the only thing I can
show.
do for you
and
is cheese in the face,
like
guy.
Sprite.
I thought I heard that voice before.
I'm gonna star 69 you and come to your house.
That's Scotty Wild thing. The only cheese he takes is dick cheese in his face, man, and it's gonna be from the Moose.
Biggest enemy. Paul missing that hater, Scotty.
All right, guys, you got a comment for this series?
Well, honestly, I said this yesterday, and I'm going to say it again today. Jason Morski's team again proving themselves that they can win the games. Each and every day I'm liking their team. Frosty Nightmare, WG Phil, and Jason Morski on forward, Octizia and Global on defense, and then Superstar 500 in net. So I'm guessing hi, my name is Ed. I guess he knew that he was going into a tough series. So let's see if this trade will work out for Ed and where it brings him in his next series. Low end?
Yeah, I mean, Ed obviously felt like he had to make a move. Now, granted, he's playing a diesel squad. I mean, Jaworski knows exactly what he's doing. So I don't know if Ed can totally look at the result here and judge his team by it, because he's playing arguably the best team in the league. But I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about it, and to trade Luka is such a huge maneuver that Ed obviously had to see something wasn't working that he didn't think was going to improve with time. Because that's drastic. That alters the entire makeup of your team when you take off a Luka. And I don't know that he got enough in return to offset that. Obviously, they're going to be more defensive team, and they're not going to score as many goals. But I can tell you that, and having T. Diddy on my AHL team, that he's the whole package. So, I can tell you that they're going to give up less goals. The only question now is if Ed's team can score enough to win. Blaze?
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree here. But, unfortunately, it didn't go in the way of how my name is Ed's team here. But all three games were close. It was not a walkover by Jay-Z's team here. But, they still got the victory. That extra goal counted for them. And it got them to 6 points.
Wow.
Anyways, man, do you guys have any shout-outs before we go?
Yeah, you know what? Let's give a shout-out to my AHL team, Walk of Shame. Big sweep. Put us right back into the race there. Got us up in the standings. I definitely want to thank Sniper for running the team for me in my absence. And all the guys on the squad for stepping up, man. I know Johnny Blaze played D for us. That was a little new for him. And Yeti jumping up and playing net. And I just want to thank those guys for keeping it going. And if they keep this up, I may not play again all year.
Fallen?
Just want to give a shout out to everyone who called in to keep the Moose radio alive.
Except for the pizza order guy.
Except for Scotty Wild thing.
Yeah, except for Scotty Wild thing.
Yeah, and shout out to Giant918. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here, and neither could Jim Flanagan. These guys do a lot for us. Jim running the waiver games. Giant just, being Giant, you know what he does. He does a lot.
MooseOnIce.com, fam.
Yeah, and also a special shout out to Kuzi. Without him, we wouldn't have Moose on Ice. And, that Moose on Ice is where it's at, and it's all part to Kuzi there.
Yeah, man, big shout-out to Kuzi because he, I had the pleasure of meeting him. He came down for our Moose get-together, and, God, man, the work he puts in, you guys don't see it behind the scenes. All you see is this wonderful finished product when you go to MooseOnIce.com. But the work that goes into that and the constant emails from people, and the guy does logos for any team that asks. I mean, he goes above and beyond the Call of Duty, and he doesn't get anything for it, guys. So like I said earlier, make sure you click on that ad on the main page there. Let it load up. That really lightens the load on Kuzi, and he needs the help, folks. So anybody that can help us out with the website, make sure you give Kuzi a message. Keep hitting the ad. Keep listening to the Giant. MooseOnIce.com. I just like saying that.
Anyways, that was our show today, folks. You know, on behalf of myself, Low End Theory, and Fallen Warrior, we will be back on Monday for another edition of FlanFan. Hopefully we can get Giant and Jim on. But for now, we're signing off. Good night, Moose family.
Peace!
Go ahead.
The Moose on Ice Virtual Hockey League. Be sure to visit them online at www.mooseonice.com or follow them on Twitter at Moose on Ice.